All right, guys, this is Chuck with B4. Hey, guys, we're going to be a little quiet here in the beginning of the video here. In the latter part, I'm commenting live. This is one of our live sessions that we do every morning in our trading room. And I just went ahead and recorded this. We're going to start doing this a little bit different, a different format here. We're going to start giving some of you guys access to our actual live rooms. But right now, we're just forward testing here, and I want to go through and show how we use our system. This is our default trade grid right here. On the top upper left-hand side, you have our B4 footprint. That is a 30-minute chart. We're using that 30-minute chart as a footprint chart as a volume profile. We're looking at the major macro market there. We're looking for potential setups. We also have our B4 squeeze in there on a 3-minute time frame. That's those red and green triangles that you see there. On the lower chart, we have our B4 Ichimoku Kyushu. I haven't quite released that yet to our team. It's still in development. Typically, we use our B4 algo there, and I have that turned on with our Ichimoku settings, just looking at Ichimoku. So I'm looking at the bigger picture with the volume profile. On the 30-minute time frame, I'm coming into a 3-minute time frame down, looking at our Ichimoku, what's setting up there, and looking for correlation and confluence and those two charts. Then I move over to our right-hand side to our chart on the our third chart, which is our 210. It's a B4 bars with a 210, and it has a lower B4 indicator there. So what I'm looking at the bigger picture with the macro. I'm coming down. Find a confluence with that in the Ichimoku on a 3-minute time frame, moving over to our B4 bars on a very micro approach, looking for correlation in those positions with the B4 indicator, and then laying that out, looking at that in relation to how that fits into the order flow, the B4 footprint, virgin points of control, and support and resistance there, and following the money with the order flow. So this is how we trade intraday, or how I trade intraday and teach our students to trade in our B4 AMP course. We have a complete library of how to utilize this system and how to trade this way. Yes, we do like the automation of the B4 CoPilot Pro. We love the order flow. But whenever a trade gets into position, I want to know where I'm at. I want to understand what my risk is. I want to constantly minimize risk, maximize potential. And to do that, I need to understand what I'm looking at. I need to understand where I'm at in relation to this trade when it initiates. Our order flow settings here are phenomenal. We're using our unfinished auction and our delta divergence. We have found significant edge in that. And even with significant edge, I want to take full advantage of my positioning. When I enter a trade, it's just like entering a building. If you enter a building, you need to know where you're at. What if the building catches on fire? You need to know your exits. You need to know how to escape. I need to be able to manage risk. It's called risk to reward for a reason. Risk comes first. Reward comes later. I want to manage risk, so I use the order flow, and later in the video we talk about that a little bit. Be sure to watch to the end. This is a great example of how we use our system every day. Be sure to visit us on b4indicators.com if you want to download the free B4 indicator here, and b4signals.com if you're interested in a membership. We have a great mentorship, a great system. We go through, we have a video library that you can, on your own time, watch and to learn from. Guys, it's not just about automation. Automation is great. You need to be able to use a little discretion in your trading. We go through and we teach you how to become a successful trader in our AMP program. Be sure to watch to the end, guys. Be sure also to like and subscribe. We're going to be changing up the way we do this and showing some more live sessions to the public. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Thank you so much for your attention. Guys, I almost forgot. Be sure to watch to the end because we have a 20% discount coupon code there at the end. So be sure to watch to the end, guys. Again, thank you very much for watching.
Chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest win don't need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hints. When we trade the market flinches. P&L clients no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk.
Order
Profit
filled.
targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debunk.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade,
We dominate.
we trade, we trade, we trade. Before we trade, we trade, before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate. The market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we
Order
dominate.
filled.
Footprint so fire, no debate.
We wobbly like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always default. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest win don't need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hints. When we trade the market flinches. P&L clients no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code
Order
runs
filled.
epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk.
Stop
Profit
filled.
targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debunk.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade,
We dominate.
we trade, we trade.
Order filled.
Before we trade, before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate.
Order filled.
Market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates.
All right, guys, you're gonna be fast this morning.
Footprint so fire, no debate.
We wobbly like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault.
Haven't had much time for
Entry
comments.
signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always default. Before we trade, we educate. Before
Trying to keep up the price action.
call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest win don't need no mommy. Alpha flows
That
like
level
tsunami.
matches on the 30-minute and this chart.
Liquidity hunts, no
and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alerts ding instant money. Before we trade, we educate.
Stop
Before
build.
we fade, we
Stop
dominate.
build.
Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we
Order
trade.
filled.
We dominate.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
Got this trend line down here,
Portfolio never shrunk. Before
the bull line here. At the zero line here, so it doesn't look very healthy here on the short. I'm mitigate.
Before we trade,
Stop build.
we elevate.
Dominate. The market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We bubbling like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never
Order
late.
filled.
Before we trade.
We dominate.
Chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest window need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hints. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L climbs, no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alerts ding instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late.
Stop
Before we
build.
trade.
We dominate.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade,
We dominate.
we trade, we trade, we trade.
Order filled.
We trade. Before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate. The market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no
Stop build.
debate.
We bubbling like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always default.
Order submitted.
Trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade.
We dominate.
Order canceled.
Chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest window need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hints. When we trade, the
Order
market
filled.
flinches. P&L climbs, no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alerts ding instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade.
We dominate.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade,
Stop filled. Order filled.
Trade. We elevate.
Dominate the market.
Order filled.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway
Stop
show.
filled.
Liquidity zones where we
Order
go.
filled.
Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward
Stop filled.
always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest win, don't need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hints. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L clients know.
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with
Order
epiphany.
filled.
Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade.
We dominate.
Before we trade,
Stop filled.
before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate the market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
We're down at the bottom here. It could come on down to here.
price action smooth like salami. Backtest win, don't need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
Should do the high volume node here.
Liquidity hunts, no hints. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L clients know.
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate.
Order filled.
Fade, we dominate. Science, call it fate.
Don't like it getting me in there.
Late before we trade.
We dominate.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade.
We dominate.
Need to lock it.
Before we trade, we trade.
Stop filled.
Before we trade. elevate.
Dominate the market.
Order filled.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate.
Want to be cautious here.
Fire, no debate.
I don't want to take full exposure on that short position.
Order
I
filled.
prefer a bullish position here.
We steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
Stop filled.
chart patterns need like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Back test win, don't need no money.
Order filled.
Flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L climbs, no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade. We fade, we trade.
We still got room here.
Stop filled. Order filled.
Before we trade, we elevate.
Stop filled.
The market.
Order filled.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We bubbly like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns need like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Back test win, don't need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L climbs, no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science. Order flow clean, we never
All right, guys, that's working out very nice.
risk management like a monk.
Coming to a previous low
Stop
here.
filled.
FOMO, no debauch.
Time to guard.
Before we trade, we trade.
That's our bull bear line here. Still got a little room on the lower B4 indicator, but I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down right there.
Order filled.
I like that we had paused there for a while and we're pushing,
Trade.
so I'm okay with this position.
Dominate. The market.
Had enough time to make a decision there. Who's gonna pull? Who's gonna push?
Before we
And
trade,
the
we
bull bears one out on that one. I'm okay with that.
yeah, we dominate. Footprints of fire, no debate.
Next, Ichimoku point of interest is way down here.
Here we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop
the show. Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade, we dominate.
Starting to overlap. Okay, we broke through that.
Origami, price action smooth like salami. Backtest window need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
Stop filled.
Okay, that should be your bottom of this portion of the move.
And truths like a symphony. Trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs
Let's see if it
epically.
pulls back to the zero and continues to the downside.
Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade, we dominate. Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade.
I'm going to scale down.
Order filled.
Didn't have time to.
Stop filled.
Before we trade,
I like my stops where they're at.
Elevate.
Dominate. The market.
We started working them down. We'll pull it down a little bit, be aggressive with the stop. Because I'm at my Ichimoku target now.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
Be popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambo's dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunting. We steal the show.
Stop losses, never fault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Educate before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest window need no money. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines on epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade,
We dominate.
we trade, we trade, we trade. Before we trade, we trade,
Stop filled.
before we trade.
All right.
We elevate.
Dominate.
The way I'm using our grid here, I'm looking at the big picture here. Major supports. We had a major support right there. Guys. I'm looking here.
Order filled.
I'm looking at my Ichimoku. Then I'm going to my B4 lower indicator. And I'm coming up to my grid. I'm making a constant circle here with my analysis. I'm using our order flow
Stop filled. Stop
to get us
filled.
in positions.
Order
And
filled.
I analyze where I'm at with these other indicators to where I can say, well, you know, right now I'm feeling more bearish. I feel okay here, but I probably don't want to risk it no more than that. Right there, that'll put me at around $4,800 or $4,800, $5,000, and I'll be happy there.
TPOs and single prints, liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade the market flinches, P&L.
Overall, where am I here? I'm still bearish here with my Ichimoku. I'm still bearish here. I'm below the value area here. That's good. I'm looking at this chart with the support and resistance and where I am in the value area, and with volume profiling. Looking here, assessing where I'm at here on the lower B4 indicator. Guys, you can get that at b4indicators.com for free. This looks like it's wanting to continue here to the bullish side.
Stop. Order filled.
What I like about order flow is it's never late, guys.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward
Order
always
filled.
default. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth.
I'm a guard here.
This window need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints, liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade the market flinches, P&L clients know.
Peace and truth like a symphony. Trend lines drawn.
We're at the mean. It can balance out here.
Stop filled.
Alert sting instant money.
I'm saying we're at the mean. I'm sorry, we're not. We're wedging in right there. We're at the top of that vertex or whatever of that wedge.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debate.
Close to the zero line right here. It's a little tricky right here. I'm going to scale down. We're at the vertex of that wedge pattern here. Ichimoku, we've already had the momentum. We've tapped our target, which lined up with our target
Order
here.
filled.
We're above the value area, above the point of control, above the value area. We're looking bullish right here. Looking bullish on the lower B4 indicator.
The market.
We got to be
Stop, stop.
fast this morning.
Order filled.
With another major level.
Calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no
I'll lock it right there. Make sure I got it.
Runway show, liquidity
Stop
zones where
filled.
we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop
Thing about it is order flow will get me back in if we start getting some more movement.
entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward.
So I'm okay locking it and not taking the risk on the drawdown. If it starts going without me, order flow more than likely, the way I have it set up here, will get me back in, like right there. Will more than likely get me back engaged. So if I come to a level and it's struggling at that level, I don't mind tightening up on the positions, knowing that the order flow will get me right back
code runs epically. Alerts sting instant money. Before we trade, we
Typically.
educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before
So to me, it's not worth taking the drawdown.
risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade,
Right here, we're extended. We need to lock that. I'm having trouble with it, but need to lock that in position. We're coming close to touching the Tinkins and Keejison, and that's where one of my levels are. That's okay. We're pushing. I'm not going to fight it. We still got a little bit of room here on the lower B4 indicator where it can squeeze. It may push it all the way up to here. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and move that out the way in case it does push real fast here. It moves excitedly whenever we're in a squeeze here. Sometimes when it's squeezing, especially at the latter portion of it.
The market.
before we trade, we calibrate. Charts so
I
clean,
scale down a little bit.
order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprints so fire, no debate.
Stop Bill.
Like a runway show, liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tied like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate.
Order Bill.
Science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
I'm going to guard that.
like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Back test window need no mommy.
Stop. Order Bill.
I'm more of a bear right here.
Liquidity hunts no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L climbs no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
Before code runs epically. Alerts sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
It may get
dominate.
risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade.
it didn't.
Stop Bill.
And I missed some opportunity there. It happens.
Before
Order
we
Bill.
trade.
If I get down to like $1,500, I'm just going to stop with it. Yeah, we're almost there now.
Market.
Order Bill.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean, it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprints so fire, no debate.
We bubbling like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go.
All right, it's getting too choppy for me right here.
Hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tied like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted.
Stop
Risk
Bill.
reward
I like where I am. I'm going to go ahead and stop it.
educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it
I'm at least green.
we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
I don't want to risk it anymore.
chart pattern.
I was going to shut it down at 1,500. I didn't get the chance to do it.
Back test window need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L
But that's going to be, well, I'll go ahead and leave it on. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically. Alerts sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
we dominate.
risk management.
Let's do this.
Profit targets.
We got some new people on this morning. I'll go ahead and
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade,
do that. let's turn it back on. Let's put it on 6 contracts. 30 for small count. Small count 30. Oh, I don't have it back on.
Before we trade, we elevate.
Oh, does that account not have it? Let me go here. Let me just go to my regular sim account. Oh, I'm missing some opportunities. Sorry about that, guys. I got what I want locked in here, and I'm just trying to demonstrate some stuff. Let's see if I can get this set up so it will. I gotta go reset that other account. I didn't realize it was having an issue. Is that not locking? There we go.
Order filled.
All right, so what I'm doing, I'm making a circle with this chart. I'm not just letting this thing trade. Whenever I have an opportunity to mitigate risk, I'll mitigate risk. When I have an opportunity to lock in because of what I'm looking at, I'll lock it in. It's not just all just letting it run. I'm using discretion. Right here, I'm looking at the bigger picture with the 30-minute chart, using our footprint chart as a volume profile, noticing the large areas where we have volume, noticing these virgin points of control. These are levels of support and resistance, opposing forces on the chart. Going back using my Ichimoku, and then understanding where we're at and in relation to that positioning here, and then letting order flow initiate trades here and managing the trades according to my what I analyze here. Right now I'm bearish. Ichimoku wise, this was a major bearish candle. As it comes up into here, we're looking for bearish opportunities. Like right there's some volume there. Look for it to come in here when it comes in there for a bearish opportunity. Looking at the bottom lower Ichimoku, we're below Chigao's below price. It looks like we're going to have some breakout here to the downside. I'm a bear. I come here, I look at it, I'm up at the zero line. I know the zero's line is a place for it to break out from as a continuation or a beginning of the move because it's balanced at that point. And so there's a squeeze at that point. It's all leading towards the downside. I think we have a decent opportunity to some downside, but we're here at a support. We got to break the support. This is the bull bear line right here. That red line that you see right there, we got to break it first. If we break it, we can have probably some momentum in the downside move. And I'm constantly making a circle. I go back and look here. We have a lot of volume right there. We got to be below that volume before it's going to work on this bearish move. So it flipped me. Okay, we're at the zero line. It flipped me. Okay, well. I'll have to mitigate it.
Stop sell. Order submitted.
Before we trade.
I I got the Pro Trader right here.
Order submitted.
Looking at that position, it could come on down to here. If it does push that. So as we're going up here, I'm looking for sell opportunities.
So clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science.
Okay, that would have got me in short had I not had those resting orders. One thing about the system is that these order flow signals do not override your trader.
Order canceled.
Here, your chart trader takes priority because you're setting resting orders knowing that, hey, you've analyzed the chart, you look at things, you said, I want to be a seller here.
Order submitted.
So it prioritizes your chart trader order placement.
Before code runs epically. Alerts sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debunk.
And guys, I finished for the morning. I'm just going through and showing you guys how to use
Order.
the system here. So I
filled.
turned it off because we're getting some bullish interest in here and I wanted to maybe take advantage of some of that. So I turned that order off so I could probably get a little scalp here. I'm guarding that because we're coming up on that level right there. And that's the chart mean. That cyan line right there, that's your mean. That's where fair value is at from a daily perspective.
We elevate.
Dominate. The market.
On the lower B4 indicator, we've crossed over we lost our trend background. Our trend line has crossed over our top line. Some people use that for an entry. I still believe in the bulls here because I was going to tell you, I still see that the midline of the B4 indicator is still turning up. I was just fixing to get that out of my mouth, but I didn't have a chance to. I was going to say some people use that as an entry whenever it crosses the midline, but I'm not definitely sure on it. We're too close to the zero. And this midline of the B4 is still facing upwards. You typically want to trade in the direction of your midline here on your lower B4 indicator. I got that pulled up here, don't I? I was showing somebody that last night, and I was really getting into the B4 indicator, and I had that pulled up kind of large there.
Order filled.
Right now, it's really anybody's game on this move. I should have scaled down. It's hard to do this and talk at the same time.
Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debunk.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade,
We dominate.
we trade, we trade, we trade. Before we trade, we trade.
We'll lock that in, knowing that there's support right here. Our potential support right here.
Stop filled.
Before we trade.
They started overlapping one another,
Elevate.
so it's time to lock.
The market.
Before we trade,
Didn't get to move
Target
it.
filled.
so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
The popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go.
Stop fill.
We're at positive 2.52. We still got some room to the upside, but we got the cloud right there. We're starting to squeeze. Let's see if we don't. We still got room to push, but the midline's going kind of flat. This is more likely for a break to the downside. Being that we're under the cloud here. If we can break above the cloud, I can get long. We'd need to recycle here, though, for me to get long again. If it breaks over the cloud, because we're high up on the lower B4 indicator, or it's a lower B4 indicator is an oscillator.
Order filled.
It's really accurate on our 210 bars and our 220 bars, intervals of 10 there. It really works well. With this particular setting, I'm noticing positive 3, 0, and negative 3, constantly going through those iterations there. This right here, I should be scaled down now, not as big as I am. We've lost our morning volatility. It's trending okay. I don't like the bull position as much. So what I'll do is I'll mitigate some of that exposure. If it works out, I'm not going to complain about it. It's just I don't like it as much. So I'll mitigate some of my exposure to risk when it's not something that that everything else is lining up with. Doesn't mean it's not going to continue pushing, but you know, I got to use my best judgment and mitigating exposure. So I'm more of a bear right now. But we're coming up to support right there. These are overlapping. It started to pull back, but it couldn't do it. I'll always watch these. When these things start overlapping, it's time to guard. When these value areas start overlapping, it's time to protect capital. I know because I have order flow that's so sensitive, it will get me back in. I'd rather protect capital as an insurance policy, knowing that it's going to get me right back in if it continues moving, so I don't really have that much to worry about in that regard. It's better for me to be on the side of caution and protect so I don't have the drawdown, knowing that the order flow is going to get me back in anyway if it does continue in that way. So I don't have the fear of oh man, missing out. And I know that the order flow is going to take care of it.
Before we trade.
Overall, I'm bearish as far as Ichimoku was. Even though we got a bullish candle here, you use the previous candle for your read.
Order filled.
Using your volume profile. And the previous candle was a bear. So bears won out in all these big areas where there's high volume nodes. Bears won in those areas. So I'm looking for bears to protect their interests at those areas. So here, I'm still below the cloud, even though we're above the Tinkinson. I'm still looking for short opportunities. If we close above that cloud, then I can get excited about some bullish stuff. And if that does happen, we'll be above the value area here anyway. and we'll know that the bear didn't win there, the bull will be winning. So it'll line up with what we're looking at with Ichimoku here.
Liquidity hunts no hits. When we trade the market flinches, P&L climbs no
Peace and truths like a symphony.
Yeah.
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
Yeah.
P4 code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before
One thing I do is when we have a candle like this, when it's fighting and we're getting a lot of volume, notice the volume here, down here.
we dominate.
risk management like a monk.
I can place a resting order on I do it below here and probably above here, knowing that whenever somebody does win out in this position, it's going to get pretty exciting and move, and you usually have enough time to lock in. Bulls are trying to push us back up through the cloud here. If they do, we'll be over the value area here. The point of control here. And the value area is there.
Order filled.
If that does happen, then we can get bullish bias. Lower B4 setting up pretty for the bulls right now.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
I'm a guard below this virgin point of control here. Just tighten up a little bit of my risk exposure.
We steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always default. Before we trade, we
Order filled.
before we fade, we dominate. Call it science,
All right, it flipped me.
flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
Gonna guard it. We're at support here.
got me. Price action smooth like salami.
Breaking support. Guard it.
Flows like tsunami.
Fingerprints, liquidity hunts no hits. When we trade the market flinches, P&L
Got another support area here. Notice your
Trend lines drawn with epiphany.
guys, if you don't have this grid is available. You can go down and go in your member portal and download it. It's in the download section.
we dominate.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a
I have this grid built out for you.
portfolio never
Stop
shrunk.
filled. Stop filled.
I did a session last night. One of the AMP members wanted a private session after the fact, and so I went ahead and I did that, and I recorded it last night. It should have got. I think the lives get sent to the emails. I'm not sure. Let me know.
Question, Chuck?
Yes. Good morning.
For the grid,
Trade.
when you install an indicator, it's you get the zip file and you're basically installing that. It's very easy to do. Is the
Okay.
grid almost? Do you install it kind of like an indicator? Using
I'm
that
not
same
sure.
method?
I've never done it, but I think it's this way. I think you go here, import, Ninja Script, probably a workspace.
Order filled.
Workspace. That's how I export it. I export it as a workspace. I would imagine import as a workspace. Yes, sir.
Right,
Now
that
the
would
first,
make more sense than it.
yeah. The first one that I did, I actually exported it wrong. I've never exported one before, and I thought it was right. And two people had trouble with it, and I looked it up, and that was the way they told me to do it. So I think that's the correct way. And since I exported it as a workspace, I would imagine importing as a workspace would be the way to take it in.
Liquidity hunts no hits.
So let me know on that. Now it doesn't have this indicator here. This indicator that we're using here is I'm using our show you. It has our regular. What we have there is we have our regular algo on there, and I just have everything turned off but the Ichimoku. I'm in development here, developing this indicator, making it automated for everybody, basically automated Ichimoku. And I'm still in the process of doing it. I gotta get rid of these funky colors. Okay, we couldn't make it above the cloud. So what I'm doing is, I just want to show you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the big picture, using the volume profiles, using the previous profiles, looking at the high volume nodes, looking at different areas, and there's different setups with using volume profiling, and looking at these major levels that we had. Look at where it came down and touched to the penny here, that major level. When those major levels are in line up with the levels here on the chart, they're gold. You should respect them. So I'm looking at the big picture. Then I'm coming down, I'm using Ichimoku as a forecast. So I open up my eyes here, then I kind of look at the forecast because of what I know there. Then I come here, where is that in reality to where we are in this position? And I'm looking at the lower B4 indicator to see where we are in that position that I've already analyzed. Where we at in there? And then I look and make that match on the chart. So I'm constantly making a counterclockwise circle, assessing macro, the bigger picture, the forecast, where we are in that forecast, and and how does that relate to the major levels I have on this chart. Constantly reading as we're going around. See, right now we're at a squeeze at negative 2.93. All right, we're pushing. We're at an extreme. There's a level that we're at, so we need to probably guard at least above that 210 candle right there. Notice how these are starting to overlap. These value areas are overlapping right there. That means there's support right there. So depending on where we're at in that position, we either need to tighten up.
Stop fill.
And that would have been all right to do here.
Stop fill.
Boom. And there we go.
Order filled.
Now, we're looking at that taking off as bullish. See this bottom indicator right here, this bottom footer. That right there, whenever the top line indicates a color, red or yellow, that's edge, no edge. That's bearish edge,
Order filled.
bullish edge, bearish edge. So bears seem to be winning right now. We're below the zero line. It could be anybody's game right now. I'd probably scale down normally if I was in cash, but I'm not. I'm just illustrating. I would probably scale it back down to 3 contracts here because it could get choppy in this little area. Why do I say it could get choppy? Well, we're just moving sideways here. We're below the zero line. We don't have a true direction. What does our Ichimoku say? Our Ichimoku says the cloud's going to move sideways. If the cloud's going to move sideways, then price is basically going to move sideways. I could, if I have to, scale down in those particular instances. Excuse me.
Stop fill. Order filled. Stop filled. Stop
Oh,
fill.
didn't get to pull it in time. Got the trend line right here. Got the auto trend line. The auto trend line's your friend, guys. It does work very well.
Stop fill.
We're at the mean right here. This is where we're likely to
Order
reverse
fill.
this position.
Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
That's what the lower B4 indicator's
Stop
saying.
fill.
My kiss dots are firing here.
Order filled.
We're not going to go deeply into the kiss dots right here. It takes too much to explain, but I expect bearish movement here. I can't explain it in this fast price action, but we'll go over the kiss dots. I want you guys to learn what these kiss dots are and how I use those in trend detection. We have a whole methodology on how to trade those kiss dots, and it's in the advanced. It doesn't come into the AMP course until later on in the advanced Ichimoku.
Stop fill.
But I do have some videos. If you go through and start looking at the videos, they'll help you understand at least how I trade. We go over how to read the volume profile, how to read Ichimoku, how to use the B4 indicator by itself and on your chart. I only use the B4 indicator and candle and price action. And then how to use
Stop fill.
the actual footprint here.
Stop fill.
But of course, also watching this live, it should help you understand what I'm actually looking at, how I'm using it. And that's the purpose of these live sessions. It's not a copy trade session. All right, we're pushing bullish here. Now notice you got your up to your 3. Remember the numbers I tell you to watch out for. The 3, the 0, and the -3. We're starting to squeeze. Notice how the squeezes happen at those areas. What does that squeeze mean? The squeeze is whenever you come to an area of an inflection point, and the bulls and bears start fighting. So somebody's trying to take control of that position.
Stop fill.
TPOs and single prints, liquidity hunts no hits. When we trade the market flinches, P&L.
Now we're at the mean right here, and we're squeezing.
Order filled.
It would be a good time to go ahead and drop your size down a little bit, because it can chop here, and this is where you might get chopped up. We're at $3,000 right there. We'll reduce risk right there, and we'll drop this down to only 3 contracts.
Stop fill. Order filled. Stop fill.
Looking here, bear. We're starting to be bearish here as well. That was a bullish candle. but bears ended up dominating it. So we're still looking at the bearish opportunities right now. I'm still looking for bearish opportunities as we come in. So that's a potential support here. That might push it back up. So I'm okay with that as far as where we're looking here. Don't like it as much here because we're still bearish, but we are pushing, so I'll take advantage of that push.
Stop fill.
Guard it. I want to get down for the bears. I want to get down below this previous point of control here. I mean, we're pushing up right now, and I would expect maybe if it does continue pushing up for it to slow down here. But I don't like this per se. It's not something that's really attractive to me, and we're at the mean. It could go either way without any rhyme or reason here, and because of that, we're scaled down. We don't want to be, 12 contracts here. You want to be smaller here. If it goes in your favor, great. If it doesn't, you don't want it killing you. Or it's better to just turn it off here, actually. But I want to demonstrate it, so I'm leaving it on. But what I will do is, they tell you don't trade your P&L. I know you're not supposed to, and it's better not to leave it on.
Order filled.
Before we trade.
But since I'm just simming here, and again, this can go either way here. You're indifferent there with Ichimoku. Oh, that's working good. We're at the bottom. This little cyan line you see right there, that's the bottom of your low today.
Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always default. Before we trade, we educate. Before we
We're at the low of day. The low of session. We're below zero, so you still got room to the downside here. But there's a lot of buying interest there because that was the session low. So people are starting to pile in on it, thinking they're buying at the bottom.
Order filled.
This is where this, looking at this footer, this is where the retailer, the second line. Now, I paid my data. I should be getting the third line there, but I'm constantly having to fight with Ninja Trader on that.
Before we trade,
Stop fill.
I was thinking about 2,600, but it's 2,875. I want to wait a little bit here. We're still Chicow. If you're not familiar with Ichimoku, I'm going to be showing you some Chicow. Chicow's still below the candles. As long as Chicow's still below the candles, this is below the cloud. We're still looking for bearish opportunities.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no
That ought to take me out about $2,000. Where the stop is at, and I'll leave it right there. I'll give it that little bit of
Order filled.
leeway. And I should have turned the continuous off. We're still looking for bearish opportunities here. There was a delta divergence and an unfinished auction that piled in there, so there was a lot of movement. That's a double doozy. I'm not going to move the stop. Still got money here. This looks bearish to me. This may be one of my cheek out trail opportunities for it to get unbalanced. We're in a balanced state right now. We want to get in an unbalanced state, what I call a cheek out trail, so you know. Let me get my drawing tools. I despise the drawing tools here. I expect price to come back down here, come back up here, retest, and possibly do that. So if that's what my expectation of the cheek out is, you expect the cheek out to possibly follow the price curve. That's the price associated above or below it. If this plays out, that's a bullish, that's a bearish. If it goes bullish, no, I don't want to do that. I keep thinking that's my little drawing tool. It'll get to this point here. Something like that.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
Be popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambo's dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunt swing.
I'm right at 1800. I'd probably shut it down here.
Order filled.
And that shut it down for me. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. Because this is... So, yeah, you may say, well, Chuck, you're saying it'll go this way or that way. What difference does that make, or how does that do you any good? Well, with the cheek out trail, one thing that I do have edge in is I know that we're about to have a big move. That's where the edge is in that. Yeah, looking at that, there's no edge. Well, you say, well, it can go this way, that way. Well, anybody can say that, Chuck. But what I expect is a big move, either this way or that way. So, having that in mind, I can utilize that as my edge. The opportunity that we're going to have a big move. If I get it wrong in the beginning, I have the opportunity to correct it. Believe it or not, that is edge. May not be the edge that you want, but it is a form of edge in my playbook.
Before we trade,
we elevate.
Dominate the market.
Now I want you to watch how the cheek out. Now, we all know that the cheek out is price shifted 26 periods backwards. I tried to relate that to a friend of mine one time or several times. And I tell him, yeah, well, this is what I expect cheek out to do. He's like, yeah, cheek out's price 26 periods backwards. Yeah. So if I expect and I can draw out where the cheek out is likely to go, what does that mean? Well, it means that if I could plot out where the cheek out is likely to go, that's where price is likely to go. I never could get him to make that connection. Cheek out price 26 periods backwards. Okay. Did you get what I just said?
Order filled.
But anyway. Oh.
Code runs epically. Alerts sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk. Profit.
Notice how they're overlapping now. When they're overlapping, you want to tighten up your stop.
Stop filled.
These are the value areas. Value areas aren't expanding, they're overlapping. The reason why we guard that is it could flip on me right there, and then I'm out of all that money. It doesn't matter. It'll get me back in. I'd rather get out and get back in because we have such sensitive order flow here. And if it goes down to here and goes without me, I'm okay with that too. I'm not gonna cry over spilt milk. But what I've noticed at these major levels where there's a decision to be made and I pull out of it, once that decision's made, my order flow tells me that, and I have opportunity again. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay mitigating risk and maximizing opportunity. That's what you're supposed to do when you're trading. You handle the risk first, opportunity later. Everybody has it backwards. All they think is opportunity, then risk. No. Whenever you talk about risk to reward, what's the first thing that they mention? Is it reward or risk? There's a reason why it's called risk to reward. Because the first thing you're supposed to analyze is your risk, not the reward.
Like a symphony, trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically, alerts sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science.
I know that may seem simplistic, but nonetheless, it's hard truth.
Targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade, we dominate.
This is where I'd probably scale back down. Okay, I'm already at 3 contracts.
Order filled.
Before we trade, we elevate.
I don't trust this. That's why I went ahead and locked in fast.
The market.
Look at my midline
Stop filled.
on my lower B4 indicator. My KISS dots are firing. This is a bullish opportunity. See that little dot right there? It's time for that to kiss that Tinkinson. That's why it's called a KISS dot. We count candles. 5 is an average push. 3 is an average pullback. And 9 is a hard push.
Order filled.
Don't necessarily like this. It may push down to here. So I'm going to be fast on this. Or just mitigate it altogether.
Order filled.
I'm more of a bull.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade.
Problem is we're already at the designated touch. And the Tinkinson is a dynamic support and resistance, so I got to be careful with that and lock that in. It could push up to here. Notice how these overlap right there. That's an area right there. It looks like we broke that area, but that's where I'd guard, because I'm pretty sure it's going to possibly stop out there. If not, I'll get another delta divergence or unfinished auction, which is the two signals that I have selected here.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm all right with that.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambo's dreams with
I'll just lock it in because there's a support here.
Stop filled.
Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science.
We're getting some edge in here. All right, it went away. Yeah, the sellers can't hold this.
Patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest window need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
I usually don't like getting back short. So with Ichimoku right now, we are still short, but we're having some bullish action, pullback, or not pullback, retracement rather, and then bearish opportunities. See, I drew some pullback right here.
Management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk before we trade.
And that was the pullback right up in here.
Order filled.
I don't like getting short until we get down below those last kiss dots. Then I'm okay getting short. Where it's support, I'll just make it pay for itself. It works out great.
Stop filled.
If not, a couple dollars. And it'll get me back in if it continues to go that way.
We elevate.
Dominate the market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show.
I like it whenever it sits there for a while on those candles. It usually moves good. I usually place it. I didn't have time to. I usually place a resting order below or above that because it usually breaks through nicely. You have opportunity to lock in when it does that. I missed all that because I was going to explain it and I didn't have time to catch it. I usually place a resting order. Whenever those candles start building pressure on these 210 bars, it's perfect. And that candle goes back and forth on that 210 bar, and I notice the volume gets big on there. I know it's going to break either way, and it's going to break decently, decently that I can lock in a profit. So I usually take the buy chart and sell chart, not the buy green and sell red, because that has slippage. And I found that I especially when I copy trade it, the slippage isn't I can't take it. So I do a buy chart or sell chart on either side of that candle, and I'm able to capture some good movement.
Stop filled.
We're at a potential reversal point here. Ichimoku looks loaded to the short side. Look at my cheek out trail, guys. This is where we expect a little bit of retracement here. Lines up with this, with our cycling and our Ichimoku. Lines up with my little analysis here. Possible little pullback here.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
Let's see. And I may be wrong. It may continue down.
Order filled.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry
So I'm going to be careful with this. I'll let it take me to about 1200.
always default. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade, we dominate.
All right, we're below the volume, so I'm looking at okay, that's good for the position. We're below the volume. That's good. I don't like buyers stepping in there. That's bad.
Peace and truth like a symphony. Trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically.
Constantly making a circle there. Looking at my position. I want out of that right now.
Like a monk, profit targets have a hunch.
If order flow gets me back in, then somebody's made a decision. I'll be happy with that decision. But right now, I just want to kind of breathe a little bit. Still leaning towards the bears here. And I've missed some opportunity in that.
Before we trade,
But
We
so be it.
before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire,
Order
no
filled.
debate.
Okay, I was about to try to buy that.
Order submitted.
Get out of
Order
there.
canceled.
I was going to buy it because I was
Stop
noticing it
sell.
lining up with my B4 here. I noticed it here, and I noticed we're getting here. I mean, everything was saying buy. Then I have my Kijun flat. What happens when your Kijun goes flat, price usually stops out and returns back to the Kijun. I got my kiss dots, I got my cycle. I was at a good position here. Everything said, okay, we can go up bullish. Except we're below the, okay, I like it being above that now. We need to be above that point of control as well. So I'm constantly making a circle here.
Instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade, we dominate. Risk management.
Any questions?
Order filled.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade.
So we're just not letting it auto trade without managing risk. We enjoy the automation part of it, but we want to understand where we are. We're just not flying blind. We need to understand where we are, where our limits are. It's like stepping into a house or building and not knowing where the exits are, and you step into that building, the building catches on fire. If you don't know where your exit is, it's over for you.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
Be popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dream
We got some room to the upside. We're not quite above where we are. I guess we are above the midline, zero line. But that's going sideways. That's not the best situation. Bearish here. My Chico trail said there should be a little slight pullback here and then a drop to the downside. If we can get below this session low, we can probably enjoy a drop to the downside. But that session low is right here at this point right here, this virgin point of control. I mean, it came down and it almost touched it. It didn't shut it out. Okay, we could probably enjoy some downside trade here. Our B4 fired right there. Let's let order flow make up our mind. I'm at 2350. I'd probably risk it to about 1600 if I was in that position.
Before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate the market. The market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go.
So guys, this is how I use the system every day.
Order filled.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade.
This is a little risky here. Like I said, I'd probably risk that to about 1500. I'll come below here, this value area. That box right there is the value area. That's the majority of the volume in that candle. And that pushed us up. So I'm thinking that's our line of defense there. If there was buying interest there, they'll protect their interest there. So I guarded below it. I'll come and I'll guard below this band of interest right there.
Portfolio never shrunk before we trade.
Notice how right there where those points of control is, that's where it protected it at. I didn't get time to show you that correctly.
Target filled.
Before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate the market. The market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones.
All right, guys, we're high here on the move. Resistance right here, resistance on the trend line. Or the
Stop filled.
yeah. Started overlapping here. That was a good position to get out of. Notice we're starting to build volume here. It's still going to move whenever it gets out here. The problem is I'd be looking for the short side move, not the long side move here. It may go the opposite on me, but with the extension here and
truths like a symphony. Trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money.
What we do with our kiss dots, just so you know, guys, we start counting at 3 candles past the TK cross. 3, 4, 5, 6. You expect price to touch by the 9th candle. Remember, we said an average pullback is 3 candles. 6, 7, 8. We're touching by 8. It's usually 9. You usually expect price to come back and touch the Tinkerson at 9. That's our kiss dot methodology. And then we expect it to come back and touch the Kijinson at 26. So I'm looking for a short position this time, since we've already touched the Tinkerson.
Before we trade.
That's why I drew that pullback here on our cheek out trail. Remember, I drew it to come down. There's where it went down. I drew it to come up. That's where it came up. I drew it to go down with a hard push. There's the hard push. I drew it to come up. Didn't draw it quite to come up as much as it has. And then come back down and push to the downside. Now, at this point, it may change direction. It may continue to the upside here, so I'd be a little cautious with it. That's our cheek out trail method.
Stop losses tie like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns neat like origami. Price action smooth like salami. Backtest win, don't need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L climbs, no
Peace and truths like a symphony. Trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before
Order
we
filled.
fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management.
I'll probably take full exposure on that position because of where I'm at here and because I'm getting
Never shrunk. Before we trade,
that here. Basically, we call that edge no edge here. When you have that our divergence firing, you have edge. If you're in doubt and you get that firing on your side, more than likely hang on for the ride.
before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate.
You go back and look at it
The market.
and do a 1-to-1 on each of those deals, you'll see, yeah, that was a winner, 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 that was a winner. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 out of 14.
Sky like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade,
Pretty nice odds.
call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns neat like origami. Price
Stop,
action
Phil.
smooth like salami. Backtest win, don't need no mommy. Alpha flows like tsunami.
Guys, we have an amazing system here.
Liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L climbs, no
Peace and truths like a symphony. Trend lines drawn with
Again, I'm making the circle.
before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money.
What do I look like here? Well, if we continue with the bears, we got support here. Here's our other supports, points of interest. How do we line up according to Ichimoku, where I'm looking for my bearish move, right? Cheek out trail. I'm looking for a drop here. Does that line up with this? Yes. Am I below my point of control? Yes. Target here. Come here. Yes, I'm looking for the short. Typically, I don't take a trade till I get below that last kiss dot.
Order filled.
There, order flow says the same thing. Hey, Chuck, I like that last kiss dot. That's where people started putting their money in. Okay. Well, the orders agreed with that. And so I'm going to go with that. Boom, we're at support. Time to do what? Guard capital.
Stop fill.
Order flow will get me in again if we go on this side of it or if we reverse. So why not guard capital right there? It makes sense. Don't expose risk.
Order filled.
Bulls decided they wanted to play in the sandbox, but we're at a resistance right there. Boom, I'll lock that in.
Stop fill.
Okay. Let's wait it out a little bit. Let's see who's going to give in here. Cheek out trail says the bears are going to win. Ichimoku says the bears should win. We got to get below here and below there. We want to stay below this value point of control here. But our B4 doesn't agree. Our lower B4 indicator don't agree with it.
Order filled.
It's starting to change its mind though. We just lost the background. That's good. We need that line to cross over and get below. We need to get our bearish background back.
Before we trade.
I got bearish edge there. That's what got me in. Again, guys, this footer is solid gold.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow.
Stop fill.
Wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry
We started overlapping these value areas.
risk reward always defaulted.
So we guarded. We protected capital. Why do I do that? Well, because I know order flow will get me back in whenever a decision's made. And why should I sit there and expose myself during that decision-making process?
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade the market flinches. P&L climbs, no
Peace and truce like a symphony. Trend lines drawn with epiphany. B4 code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
we dominate.
Order filled.
All right. The decision was made. I didn't expose myself. Buyers right here. If they get broke, we'll get out. If they can hold it, we'll hold on to the position. There's still room to the upside on the lower B4. Ichimoku wise, here first, well, we can get stopped out at the top of that value area. We can get stopped out at the Tinkinson. We can get stopped out right here. We're looking at everything. Where we're at here, we still got room to the 3. Constantly making that circle and evaluating price. We're still pushing here. We can make it all the way up to possibly 3. It's like a dial and a clock almost with this lower B4 indicator. It's like clockwork almost.
Stop fill.
We're high on the hog here. We start slowing down. We're at resistance here. We're at the top here. We'll let order flow decide what we're going to do from there. If the orders start hitting the tape and it takes me in that direction, that's fine. But I'd rather let the order flow depict what I'm going to do than me. And if it takes me out, I'm all right here. I'm going to give that full exposure. In fact, I'd probably pull it back below here. Especially where I'm at here. I'd give it full flow opportunity. We're above the Tinkinson here. Still got a little room here. Looking here, we probably want to be careful when we get about here. And that's where we need to guard. Again, going full circle here, looking at what we got. Resistance in these areas. Resistance here. I'm high here, meaning I'm probably going to come into resistance. So I need to be careful here.
Stop fill.
Making a circle. Constantly assessing the big picture, the forecast, where we are in that big picture and forecast, and execution. Smooth like salami, back test window need no mommy, alpha flows like tsunami.
TPOs and single prints, liquidity hunts no hits. When we trade the market flinches, P&L clients no
Peace and truths like a symphony, trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically, alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
just forming a micro double bottom. If we get above the cloud, we can look for a long opportunity. I'm putting my mouse above the cloud. Well, look where it is, where it's showing me on my chart, my upper left-hand chart here. Again, above the cloud, that puts us above that point of control right there. That point of control right there is right at Cinco span B. It's not coincidental. We get above that, break above that, we can push up to here and onward. But we have to get above that cloud to do that. Until we get above that cloud, we're still looking for bearish opportunities. Okay, what does my Ichimoku tell me? Well, I'm not above, I'm still bearish. My Chikou is below price. I'm below Kijinsen. I'm below the Cinco span B. I'm still looking for what opportunities? Bearish opportunities.
Order filled.
What does my show you dots show me? Well, they don't show a lot of aggressiveness. They show some mild direction, moving sideways. So this doesn't show a lot of promise into some hard movement right now. So look in here. So I'm moving on. I'm moving around. I come in here. This is still kind of facing up, but flat. I don't expect a whole lot of anything right now.
Stop fill.
I'm gonna let that takes me out. I'm at 5,300. It still has room, some room to the upside, not much. I could come in here and turn off long positions and only look for short. So you have the option to use the system like that. You can say, okay, I'm short biased. I only want the short position. I don't want this long. I want to wait till it gets exhausted. And it's squeezing right here. Thinking that squeeze is going to be at the top of the move. We're going to have some significant downside activity. There's the edge coming in. It's got to lock in. It didn't lock in.
Order submitted.
I say, okay, I want to be a seller there. Let's say I want to risk probably $300 in that. I'll have to be real aggressive. I'm 3 contracts. That's good. Again, guys, this is not trading advice.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate.
You'll have to trade at your own risk, and this is not copy trade.
We steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted.
Right now, you're in between the T and the K. That's not a really solid position to be in Ichimoku. It's just like being in the cloud. You need to be on one side of that Tinkinson or the other in this particular position, with that Kijinsen being your risk. I'm gonna turn that off, and I'm just showing that as an example. I'm going to turn that back on here.
Before code runs epically, alerts sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade, we dominate. Risk management like a monk. Profit targets.
The show you dots are showing price going sideways. The cloud, this T and K cloud going sideways. This Kumo going sideways. Guys, we're probably in for some choppy price action right now, until we get on one side of that Tinkinson or the other. If it flips over, we have a TK cross to the upside. We can get excited about that move. If it gets down below this Tinkinson and closes, we can get excited about a sell opportunity. But right now, it should just be either not trading or scale it down. Now you'll see that I'm working on our Ichimoku show you here. It goes through different phases. That you'll see the clouds changing colors here, the Kumo changing colors here. I'm going through, and it's a little bit different from our one on Trading View. We have more capabilities, so I'm trying to utilize all the capabilities that I can on NinjaTrader to really make it something for our members. I've been working on that for
Order
almost 4 months now. I keep on saying 3 months, 3 months. I'm thinking, wait a minute, we're almost on 4 months now. Again, what opportunities was I looking for, guys? I was looking for the shorts. Why was I looking for shorts?
Stop fill.
Because I was below the cloud, below the Tinkinson, Kijinson. I was looking for a Kijinson bounce opportunity here. Chikou was still below candles. A lot of these people that teach Ichimoku, you hear these people, oh, take the Chikou off your chart. Guys, if you ever hear a moron tell you to take the Chikou off your chart, if you bought that book, burn it. If you're listening to it on some video, quit listening to that person. They have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. We got an opportunity down to here to the 69.12. It's working good. We're going to go ahead and lock in capital, guard behind that value area there. We're using these value areas to lock.
Stop fill.
Because if it breaks that, we're no longer holding. These value areas are gold in these footprint
Order
candles for order management, trade management.
Stop hunt swing, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
chart patterns need like
Here on my show you, I have Kijinson flat, and I have that as an alert. I have different sounds, and that went off as an alert.
Stop fill.
That signal is an alert there.
trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debate.
Order fill.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade.
All right, we're at the value area. If it breaks it, we can come on down to here. That would be the opportunity. Where does that fit there? That's over here in between this support and the low. Looking at our numbers, we'll risk it to 4,500 or so. Pop that right there. Well, that's 3 contracts. 4,800 or so.
Before we trade, we elevate.
Looking here, we're below here. We're at support. Looking left. We need to break that and push on down to here. So we're looking here first, then we're coming here. Kijinson bounce. We're below the Tinkinson. We get below that last kiss dot. That's where my entry is to the short side for my conservative re-entry. We haven't quite made it there. This is choppy areas. I'm down to 3 contracts because we are in choppy situations. We're no longer doing the opening morning volatility.
Order fill.
So I'm scaled down in areas where I expect a little chop to be at. That way I mitigate risk.
Liquidity hunts no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L clients know.
Peace and truth like a symphony. Trend lines drawn with epiphany. Before code runs epically. Alert sting instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
Those are lining up together. This is a strong support. If it breaks it, we're going to lock it
Stop fill.
because it could possibly flip on us here. And that's what it did. I was watching these boxes, guys, watching how they form. It gets to be like an art form. You start just instinctively seeing it and understanding it. It's hard for me just to explain it outright. It's sort of something you just got to learn from watching them. So pay attention to these value areas. You start watching what happens whenever they start overlapping at a major level.
trade.
What should you do?
Dominate the market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
Be popular like
Chicao Trail.
liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams with the candles.
What did I expect price to do?
Stop losses tight like a vault.
I expected it to come down. Yes, it came down. I expected it to go up. Yes, it went up. I expected it to come down with a large impulse leg. Did it? Yes. I expected it to pull back.
Order filled.
Did it? Yes. I expected it to go down with a larger impulse leg. Did it? Not really. It came down, pulled back, and now I'm expecting that large impulse leg to the downside. I expect the target down to here.
TPOs and single prints. Liquidity hunts, no hits. When we trade, the market flinches. P&L climbs, no
Didn't go 100% what my cheek out trail wanted. Or what I expected from my cheek out trail. But guys, it was good enough for the girls I date.
Stop fill.
we dominate.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debunk.
Any questions?
Never shrunk before we trade.
If we break down, where do we expect it to come down to? Well, we got the bigger picture perspective right here. Well, we got a session right. We got an opportunity zone right there. What does this say? Okay, we identified the opportunity zone. What does this say? Well, we're at support there. Well, okay, that's close enough. Is there opportunity? Yes, we go look at the opportunity zone. Boom. Yes, there's opportunity. Okay, that lines up. Where are we at related here to that opportunity? That lit up red.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire.
If we can get a divergence in here, it's going to make me feel a lot better. We'll look at that. You say, okay, well, I'll mitigate risk. I'll pull it down to here. And unless I see that, if I see that, I'm okay. If I see that lock in, and it's barely getting there, I can feel a lot better about this position. Here we go. Come on in there. Make me happy. Okay. Now I can feel a little bit more confident in this position. And we're squeezing. Problem is we're squeezing at the bottom. I don't like that. So I'm going to guard.
Stop fill.
I know it'll get me back in if we have another opportunity. It's squeezing at the bottom here. It may push it hard. If it does, I'll get back in.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Now that's how you can use your trade Chart Trader Pro.
Stop fill.
Hopefully on better trades than that. But that's how you can use that
Order submitted.
to quickly place a resting order.
We.
Order
LV.
filled.
The market.
There was an unfinished auction that took place right there. What that means is there was so much money flow in that particular zone, this particular area, that there's a lot of money left over. They could not, it just pushed the position so fast that those orders couldn't be filled. They're still waiting right there. It's an unfinished auction. There's unfinished business there. That means there's bears guarding that. Now these are starting to overlap a little bit. I'm in a good position here. I'm good here. Where do I look at like here? I look okay here. Again, eyeing this target, 68.91. Everything looks good here as far as Ichimoku wise. I come down here, I'm in a squeeze, but I'm at the bottom of that position. Since I'm at the potential bottom of that position, I'm gonna guard. See how these value area points of control lined up? See that right there? That's a powerful area right there. That could possibly flip us. I'm in a good position to guard. It looks like it broke through that. But nonetheless, we're in a good position to guard it because we're in a squeeze right here. I'd rather let my order flow get me back in than to risk that position. See, I'm better off here than that taking capital. I'm better off resting,
We. LV.
knowing that when it starts cooking, when the chef steps in the kitchen, I'm gonna join him.
Order filled.
Okay, big boy stepped in and said, okay, let's keep selling it. He's cooking, so I threw it in the microwave.
Stop filled.
He's still selling. We're at a squeeze. We're so far extended here. This is really hard to call because it goes contrary to what I usually see in the market, being squeezed so tight, so below, so low. It gives me a hard time understanding that we're going to push, but we got the possibility to push it all the way to here. So it may very well just do that. I'm not joining with it. I already got, in a good position there. The value area moved down. Retailers starting to step in and buy this up. Kiss dots firing.
order filled.
Okay, guys, I don't like it as much. So since I don't like it as much because of my kiss dots, I'm gonna guard it. If it keeps pushing extreme, I mean, we're in a little extreme situation here. If it keeps pushing to the extremities here, I'll rock with it.
So clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
I gotta be flexible in that regard.
Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault. News drops, we stay exalted. Risk reward always defaulted. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science.
Stop fill.
Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
All right, guys, this is where I'll stop it.
chart patterns need like
Any questions?
price action smooth like salami. Backtest window need no mommy. Alpha flows like
We came down to our target.
Single prints, liquidity
We're
hunts no
extended.
hits.
We're still in a squeeze. It still can push, but I'm looking for the bullish opportunity here.
and truths like a
A
symphony.
break over that trend line.
Epiphany.
Probably pulling up to this area here.
Instant money. Before we trade, we educate. Before we fade, we dominate. Call it science, call it fate. Order flow clean, we never late. Before we trade,
We dominate.
risk
Where are we at here? We still got some room.
managers have a hunch.
Let it make a decision here.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before
If it makes the decision to the upside, probably up to here where that wick is, which is the next value area here, a high volume node here was where that wick is. If it pushes up, but it flipped it. I mean, right to the penny. Guys, our system is solid gold. I'm recording this. I'm going to put it in a public channel on YouTube. So, guys, I'll go ahead and make the statement here. We are in the live room still, but guys, this is what we do in the mornings with our system. This is how we use our system, giving you full access of how I analyze price action. The AMP course goes through all these principles. We give you this grid, we give you the system, the automation,
Liquidity zones where we
the guidance.
Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
stop losses tight like a vault.
Advanced learning on how to use the volume profiles. Again, this is a footprint chart. I'm using it as a 30-minute footprint, using that as a volume profile. Mainly just the terminologies are a little different. Same concepts.
We dominate.
Then we're going through the Ichimoku. I'm showing you concepts here with what does the Ichimoku show here? To show you showing downside opportunities, sell side opportunities, sell side opportunities.
Liquidity hunts no
These kiss dots showing a potential short-term pullback, possibility of touching the Tinkinson, which is your dynamic support and resistance. Kiss because we expect it to kiss. Where do we expect it to kiss? Right there.
Risk management like a monk. Profit targets have a hunch.
No FOMO, no debauch.
Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade,
Guys, I'm going to remove drawings so I can. Oh, I couldn't see that. Remove drawings. I can't see. Remove all drawings. Okay. All right. But anyway, this is how we trade in and out in the mornings with our sessions. We go through live with our sessions in the morning so you can see what we're doing, how to use the more instruction on how to use the system live. We have the video archives with the AMP sessions. It comes in drip format with all of the different tests and literature. Then we have a whole session of videos. I don't know, 50 to 100 videos in there. A lot of videos. add to them all the time. We did a recording last night. I went in great detail with one of our younger students, Grant, and showed him how we use this grid. This grid is available in our download section. For you members that are looking for it, it's in our download section. Be sure to download this grid. It doesn't have the Ichimoku show you. It just has our algo with the Ichimoku elements turned on, everything else turned off. We will be releasing this show you as soon as I get it into Barb's hands and get him to okay everything and check everything. But that should be coming pretty soon. I've been, like I said, working on that for 4 months. It's coming to a close. I'm getting it to where I'm ready to go to beta. Hand that over to Barb and then send it out to beta. But guys, an incredible system, incredible opportunity, and we got some great prices. Be sure to check out our website at b4signals.com. Again, I'm expecting price to come back up here and touch the Tinkerton right here. And let me do that. This is why we call it a kiss dots. Or kiss, those kiss dots. I didn't know what to call them. And one day I was, I lay out where these opportunities are and where price is likely to go at what time ahead of time and predict that. And I say it's going to, I was looking for a tool to draw it one day, and all I could find was a heart. So I put the heart on there, and I said it's going to come back and kiss there. And sure enough, it came back and kissed it. And then from then on, we call these kiss dots. It's an advanced Ichimoku strategy. A lot of people tell you to trade the pullback, but none of them can tell you where that pullback is going to happen. We can. Through advanced Ichimoku learning. We have a lot of advanced Ichimoku learning. Ichimoku secrets, we have 3 modules in our AMP program that go into the basics of Ichimoku, the advanced, and the secret. So I am a student of Ichimoku, and I use it day to day in my analysis. This is our free B4 indicator, guys. If you're interested in that, go to our b4indicators.com and pick that up.
Like a monk, profit targets have a hunch. No FOMO, no debunk. Portfolio never shrunk. Before we trade, we trade, we trade, we trade, we fade, we trade, we dominate.
There's the kiss. I was a little off, but it's close enough for the girls I date. At an inflection point, at a squeeze, high here on the B4, it may have some more upside opportunity here, and then I expect a fast pull down. So it may squeeze on up to the Kijinsen and possibly hit this C target, this target here. It's not the C target. What is it? Oh, that's one of our entries on the when we did the bearish entry there. What would that look like if it touched there? Boom, it puts you coming up to past that one to that high volume node there, which you'd have to break through here, that last kiss dot to do that. I'm not sure if it's going to break through that last kiss dot or not. This is our plumbus line. It is a midline between the T and the K. We use that for risk. Positioning our stop losses. Using traditional methods in Ichimoku, being able to break it down into 3 contracts. Anyway, guys, we got an incredible system. Looking here, we got a target here at 69.1625. That lines up with the point of control there. Pretty close.
Before we trade, we elevate.
The market.
Lines up with the Cinco span B. Not sure we're going to make it that high.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate.
Not sure we're going to make it that high. A lot of volume building up here. Possible trap trader right there. If we get below the previous kiss dot, we can get back short. The safe re-entry short is below the last kiss dot, but I do sometimes phase into them. If I have reason to believe that we're going to go bearish here. Ichimoku wise, the cloud, we're Chikau's below price. We're below the Kijinsen. We're below the cloud, below the Kijinsen. Overall, looking for bearish opportunities still. As far as Ichimoku is concerned. Let's step back a little bit, look at it here. As long as we stay below that point of control, we could come down to here and then possibly into these areas here where we have high volume nodes. Needs to make a decision here, and that's where we rely on our order flow. Whenever I'm uncertain, I let my order flow get me in, and I mitigate my risk according to my bias.
Before we trade, we elevate.
Dominate the market. The market.
Before we trade, we calibrate. Chart so clean it levitates. Order flow, yeah, we dominate. Footprint so fire, no debate.
We popular like a runway show. Liquidity zones where we go. Lambos dreams where the candles glow. Stop hunts wink, we steal the show.
Stop losses tight like a vault. Entry signals never at fault.
Anyway, guys, thank you for your attention. I'm going to go ahead and be shutting down. Let's see which way this gets to going first, and we'll shut it down from here. Boom, that gave us a bullish, and there it goes. Typically when it locks in for a long time right there, I set a buy and sell above and below that candle, knowing that it's usually going to push whenever it makes up its mind, and I got time to lock in. I would have had time to lock that right there before it hit that point there. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Y'all have a great day.